Hi guys. So welcome back. So Ipo, the next session is I would like to describe a few very important basic steps which are covered till now. First is variables. The next one is operators. Third one is, of course, certain details with respect to these variables and operators. Plus, we are also going to look into the basics of arrays because till this we have covered. Okay. So let's understand the concept of variables. See, variables means like you are representing a memory area with a name in your system where some data can be stored. So what you need to understand here is, see, computer is a machine which accepts data, process the data, and outputs information. This is what computer is all about. So when you accept data, this data has to be stored somewhere. The storage space is what you called as variable, and the name given to that space is called as variable name. Like how you have your mother's kitchen, where you have different vessels, different shelves to store different items. So for everything there will be a name, and also they will be belonging to some type, like water type vessels, fine dry type vessels, vegetable type vessels, frozen type vessels. So likewise in computers also, in programs we need to find out the right data type, and then declare a variable of that type. If I bring milk, I should find out a milk type vessel. There only I can store milk. I cannot take a fish vessel and store milk in that. Correct. See, Java is a very strongly typed language. Identifying the right type is a must. So, coming to the types, there are four important types in Java. One is called as number type, another is your decimal type, one more is your char type, one more is your boolean type. That's it. Under number type, you have something called as byte, short, int, long. Four types are there: byte, short, int, long. Getting that? So we need to pick up the right type based on our requirement. Similarly, you have decimal types. Decimal may you got two: float and double. Then you got a char type and a boolean type. That's it, guys. Now to just get some clarity, let me show you a slide. See this slide. Now this is a very simple no slide. Integer type, that is number types. Floating types, that is decimal types. Characters, boolean. Look at the right side. For me it's left right side. Integer may you got byte, short, int, long. Decimal may you got float and double. Char, boolean. Now the next thing which is there is, byte is of 8 bit size. Say softwares programs, fine, we measure, we have a unit of measurement here, like kilogram, meter, millimeter, like that we have bits here. 8 bit is 1 byte. Similarly 16 bit is 2 bytes. 32 bit is 4 byte. 64 bit is 8 bytes. So this is the amount of memory which it takes. Getting that? How much value it can store? Range, look at it. 8-bit byte can store up to 256 is the range. 256 is the maximum value it can take, and that is a signed data type. Please understand, signed means it can accept both negative and positive value. in these all these data types, the first two, integers and floats, are signed data types. Whereas char and boolean, they are not signed data types. They don't have positive, I mean negative values. Only byte, short, int, long, float, double have negative values also. So the range starts from minus 128 to plus 127. If you calculate that, add that, it will be 256 by default. So similarly, 32,767 and minus values, that means 65,535. Getting that? That is the value. 2 to the power of 16, that is. Then int 32 bit. So you could see here 2147483648. Now believe me, one student, see, I never created this no with that intention. But one time, one student called me up and he said, "Sir, I got no, selected in Wipro." And in that interview, the interviewer got very impressed on one of my answer. So I asked, "What was that question?" She asked me, "What is the range of the in data type?" So by luck, I saw your PPT before going to the interview, and I could remember 217, 2147, 483, 648. That number I told her, and she, I mean, sometimes it happens. So nobody would have answered this. It's not that they didn't memorize. I mean, see, this is something very trivial. So sometimes it happens. Like, so the lady who interviewed him got very impressed, it seems, on this answer, and he got the job actually. Programming job. Sometimes we don't know when this kind of thing will also be useful to us. Correct. Okay. Anyway, this is the size. Similarly long. Now don't expect you don't nobody don't expect somebody to ask you what is the size of 64-bit. That will be stupid. Even asking the size of int is also a stupid question. But sometimes we don't know, right? So long is 64-bit. You could see the number. But remember one more thing. There is a comma there, but in real we cannot use comma. Instead of comma in programming, we can use underscore. Okay. Character is a unsigned data type, which means it can only accept 0 to 65,535. It's 2 to the power of 16. Character can be a number or a value in single quotes. Why number? Because ASCII, your American Standard Code for Information Interchange, has both the representations, number as well as character. So you can give like this also. Boolean has to be only true or false. Okay. Now in this slide, what is more important you need to also know is what is valid identifier names, how do you declare a value and the range you need to testify. And also we need to understand the concept of variable initialization. So shall we have a quick demo on this? So let me go here to this. Fine. Now what is the slash slash? Now slash slash is called as, find the comment. Slash slash is called as comment. Comment is non-programming instruction. So either you can have slash slash for single line or slash star star slash for multiple lines. Right now go with this slash slash single line. Now here I would like to declare a variable by name byte, by type byte. So byte, let's say age equal to, fine, 90. And every time you write a program, write a code in Java, fine, programming code, it should be delimited by a semicolon at the end. So that is the end of the statement. We call this as one token or one statement. So remember this, one token or one statement. Now how do you read this? Very important. You should read like value 90 is assigned to a variable by name age, which is of type byte. Now why, sir? We wrote it as byte age equal to 90. Why are we reading in reverse? This is how we need to. Though we declare the value from left to right, while reading you should read it from right to left. This is how computer does, like Arabic language. So say that 90 value is assigned to a variable by name age which is of type byte. Put it across this way. Getting it? Fine. And now look at the range. I told you there is a range. Minus 129 if you give, it will throw an error. Could you see that? There is a red symbol. That means it's an error. Can I give 128? Yes, it accepts. The range has that. Can I have 127? Yes, it accepts. Can I give 128? It does not. Range is that, right? So this is what we called as fine initialization of values. Getting that piece. Okay. One more very important thing which you need to understand is whenever you give a variable name should be valid. Valid means it cannot have invalid characters. Like for example, I cannot start a name with a number. So let's write that valid names. I can say byte or let's say int this time. Int, fine, underscore age is valid. Sir, you haven't given a value just to get semicolon. Fine. Age is a variable with no value. Later you can give value. Age equal to 30 you can give. That is reinitializing the value. But I have used underscore. Underscore is accept. Underscore is accepted. What else is accepted, sir? Dollar in dollar age valid. Int a to ge valid. Int underscore a g 3 e valid. That's it. These are the valid names. What are invalid names? Invalid names are this int to age invalid cannot start with a number. Let's use short for example. Invalid cannot start with a special character other than underscore and ampersand. Other than underscore and dollar. Okay. And you cannot use reserve or keywords of Java as names of class variables, method names, package names, etc. Wherever you use that as a name, there you cannot use fine. So I would rather try to put it across invalid names. Nowhere. Even the previous rules also apply. Like number, starting with number. Applies for all method names, package names, class name, variable names, all. Okay. There are some reserve words, some keywords. Class by short. So there are so many keywords. Total 32 keywords are there. They cannot be used as valid names. Okay, making sense, guys? Remember this. Okay. So now let's quickly experiment on the range of short, int, long. and finish off these variables. Okay, int find x equal to, or rather we let us say first experiment is short s equal to 32,767 accepted value. Can I have it as 768? Not accepted value. Critical. We don't take. So it can be minus. This it will be. So this that's it. This is the range of this. Getting it. How much byte it is? 16 bit. Range is 32,767 to minus 32,768. Int I. So let's copy this. 2147 483648. So it will accept this value. If it is minus, it can even accept up to 8. 9 it won't accept. So what is the size tied to bit? Right? Correct, ma? Tied to bit. This is 64 bit. And how big number this number? No, it's not happening. Yes. The problem is this comma. So one of the ways to overcome this comma problem is you can have underscore. If you want, you can give underscore. Now still it is giving an error. Even if I reduce this, it will still throw an error. That's because I need to give an L at the end. Because the big number, it won't give 64-bit no memory. So you got to request by putting an L. You can also give it in lowercase, it's okay. But that looks like one, right? So give it in uppercase. Cool guys. Without which it will not accept. So this is your 64-bit long. Where do you use this kind of variable like distance between Earth and Moon or weight of no Earth, something like that? Big. Fine. Like today, what is the loss? Fine. Of Israel. Fine. With the war of Gaza. They say $55 billion. Fine. $55 billion in rupees. Look at it. So big amount. $55 billion in rupees. So many people are searching. It's a big number, right? Correct or not? Fine. So such a big amount. So this amount you have to put means let's give here and see. It is not accepted. So what is the only option? Give long. Fine. It will accept. So big money, right? Big money. This amount of money they have lost. 90 days of that. So such things if it has to be calculated, you need a long, big, no. Age is a small, right? Age is like no. I mean, see, you will not cook no half a kg rice in a 10 kg vessel, right? So that will be waste of resources. Likewise, you need to think. Okay. Next, we got float. F equal to 3.14. So to give decimal only you give float. Can I give just this? It's okay, it will work. But if you have a decimal, then also float will accept, which other variables, number variables will not accept. why f compulsory. If you don't put f, then the decimals it will throw an error. See, okay. So this is 32-bit. This also has a range. This is a bigger, little bigger value. This is of course 64-bit. So you can imagine huge value you can store. Right? Rida. Customer don't think that it is tough. At the end, I'll show you the fine place where you can know. I mean, I'll share the study material, the Slack. Or the best book you can read to start with is Complete Reference. Easy book. All these informations you can quickly have a revision. Next, CAR. CAR C equal to I can say 97. It accepts. Or I can also see C equal to A. Again, I'm not declaring CAR because I can redeclare. Say in case if I'm going to type sys out and say C, sys out and say C. In both the cases, I'm going to get an A. Both the cases I'm getting A. The reason is 97 is basically A. So how do you know, sir? Very simple. Let's go here. Here, let me say ASCII. Now, this is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So you could see here, uh, what table is this? Sorry, wrong table. Let's take this ASCII chart. 97 is A. Correct. Correct. Carries A. So the rest you see. How about capital A? It is 65. Same time you have other characters also like 38 is for ampersand. See, for example, if I want, I can also give 38. If I give 38, it will be ampersand. So char is basically picked up from the ASCII table. So char can only hold one value. How about multiple values, sir? Don't worry, we'll come to it later. Okay. The last variable is Boolean. Boolean bool can either be true or bool can be false. Name can be anything. They can only accept true or false. Now it's a quite no. Please remember this. See, a Boolean variable cannot accept 0 or 1. It won't. So in Java, it's always either true or false. So that's it, guys. Congratulations. So here you have learned about simple data types, four data types. Okay, valid identifier concept, basic initialization, and the ranges. Fine. Chaliye. Congratulations. Thank you very much. So with this, we conclude one more small, no, I mean, portion of the revision. So in the next session, I'll take you further on these variables, and first we'll talk about operators, then we'll talk about arrays. Okay. Thank you.